Let's have a look at how to fold and store your rain jackets. So I'm going to start out by folding up a parka as well as a down or puffer jacket, and then we'll do a wool coat, and I'll show you how to store them afterwards as well. So it is the season for it. It's starting to get colder outside, so I've just brought out my big parka here, actually, from my storage. So let's have a look at how you can store them for the winter, pretty much, right? So first of all, I want to lay the parka down here with all the buttons and zippers zippered up. And I'm going to take the hood and I'm going to fold it down flatly like this. So this is going to work great if you want to pack it in a bag or something as well. Next, we're going to take the arms and I'm going to fold them over to the opposite side of each other. So the second one overlaps the first. So like that. So for the next part, what we're going to do is that we're going to take the parka and split it into 3 sections from the top to the bottom. And we're going to start by folding up the bottom 1/3. So they should kind of meet here in the middle. That's what we're going for. Next part is that you lift up the bottom of the parka and we're going to flip top inside. So just take your time with this if it's your first time doing this. It's a little bit tricky on these thick jackets. Also, this is going to work fine for like ski jackets and like rain jackets with actual lining in them. So like that. You can also kind of adjust it in there once it's done. Make sure it's nice and flat. As you can imagine, this is a lot more travel friendly as well as storage friendly. It's super easy to open it back up as well. You just wrap it up and you're good to go. And this is generally the fold that I like to use for these, most of these jackets actually. Other than that, there is hanging them. We can have a look at that towards the end of the video. But let me just place this jacket to the side for now and we'll have a look at puffer jackets next. So puffer jackets, they're pretty similar to these big winter jackets. This is going to work whether you have like a thick puffer jacket or if you have like a thin one like this. I think this is a down jacket actually. Anyway, the thing is that they're very slippery, so we kind of need to do a similar fold that holds them together nicely. So I'm going to start by taking a hood, if you have a hood. If you don't have a hood, obviously just skip over that part. And I'm going to take the arms. I'm going to do the same way here from top to bottom. Now you can do the same fold quite easily with these. So you fold it down 1/3 and then you can stuff each side inside. And that's probably what I would recommend for most people, just something like this. This is going to hold it together reasonably well if you stuff it in all the way. But I do realize that many people will be very tempted to compress these down further. For home, this is what I would do, or I would hang them. Now, if you really want to save space, I have done a video on this in the past as well, but you could ranger roll them. So you start by flipping the bottom inside out, like that. You need quite a bit of space for puffer jackets because they're very slippery in the fabric, so they tend to slide out a little bit. So something like this. This is probably like 8-9 inches, something like that. And we're going to take the hood again, fold it down, and we repeat the same with arms over to the opposite sides. And from here we're going to fold it in. Either you can do 1/3 or 1/4. I would probably do 1/3 for these because they're so slippery. It's kind of easier to hold them together that way. And I take the other side and completely overlap the first side like that. Here comes the fun part. We're going to work on it faster. So the idea is that we're going to roll it up and flip it into the bottom. But as you can see, it's going to slide apart. So what we need to do is press out all the air first. And then we're going to work super fast by rolling it, right? So you ready? 1, 2, 3. And then we just roll it up. You can do it quite tightly if you want to save space. So once you make it down to the bottom here, we're going to lift it up like this. And I'm going to wrap this inside out section back over. So this is going to secure it in place. Important thing here is with puffer jackets in particular is that you do one side at a time because they're so slippery. Otherwise it's just going to fall apart as you do it. So like that, and you can stuff it in further. Now this is more of a short-term solution. If you're going to keep it like this, probably don't keep it too long. What's going to happen over time is that it's going to start dividing up the down inside and it's going to split it apart, compress it. It's not good for a jacket long term to keep it like this. Now, if you want to do this short term, or for example, if you're taking it on a trip, perhaps you have very little space in your home, you could keep it like this in the entryway, for example, if you use it on a daily basis. But just don't store it long term like this, please. Okay, so that is 2 ways to do puffer jackets. Let's have a look at this big wool coat here as well. So again, obviously hanging them is going to be best, especially for these wool jackets. They have a tendency to start wrinkling. Let me show you how you can roll it up gently anyway. Alright, so I have my beautiful wool jacket laid down here flat. Before I fold it up for you, I just wanted to mention, if you want to learn how to organize your entire wardrobe to save space, I have put together a workshop. You can sign up for the waiting list now, it should be ready in a couple of weeks. It's over on organizing.tv/workshop. Now it's entirely free, but it's not ready quite yet. So if you want to check that out, it's going to be super cool. It's about an hour long. So you can head over to organizing.tv/workshop, or there should be a link down in the video description as well as in the pinned comment as well there. Anyway, let's get back to the video here. So I'm going to start by turning the coat here on its back side. Make sure it's nice and even on both sides. All right, so we're going to start by folding in the arms. Now, you can see my jacket has a very low cut under the arm, which makes it a little bit tricky to fold. But what we're going to do is that we're going to fold it inwards, so like that. Most important thing here is that we don't fold over the shoulder here. This shoulder is like a structured shoulder, so we don't want to like bend it too much because it gets damaged over time if you do that. If your shoulder is unstructured, you could fold it in like 1/4 the way if you want to. I think it's unnecessary for these jackets, but you do get a nicer product in the end. So I'm just going to line this one up as well, like that. And I just fold it back so that it like makes a nice line going along the entire jacket here. So like this. And what I really want to do here is just fold it in a little bit. So either we can split it in 3 here, but I think it works out nicely if we fold the bottom up just to meet the bottom of the arms. And then just continue like this. And we do one last fold like this. So you see, it's not as fancy as the other folds, because I really don't like folding these wool jackets up too much. They tend to really crease up. It's much better if you're able to hang it, especially long term. If you have little space, like I was saying, this works from day to day. Just make sure that it's not creased and that you don't put anything on top of it, because again, you're going to squeeze the shoulders and you're gonna cause creases over time. All right, so you know how to fold the jackets. Now let's talk about how to store them. So ideally, you will be storing them somewhere in your entryway, right? So that it's easy to put on and take off. If you do have access to like a closet, like a wardrobe or what we should say, storing it in these are a fantastic option. Otherwise, folding them up and storing them like that is going to work fine as well. I generally like to fold my jackets folded up because I don't have that much room to work with. However, for these structured ones, especially if I'm going to store them long term, I like to just hang them straight up and down. Now, when you're storing them, the most important thing is that you're storing them somewhere dry. And ideally they should be pretty clean as well. Now if you're just going to store them like for the winter to like take out and put on and take off again and keep like stored short term, you don't need to worry so much about the elements. But especially if you're going to store them for the entire summer, you want it to be somewhere stable. Now what you could do alternatively that's going to work quite well is to store them in garment bags. That way they're pretty protected against the elements. Also, I don't like to recommend this, but vacuum bags are pretty effective. A lot of people are going to recommend that you put your puffer jackets, these ones, into vacuum bags. I strongly recommend against that because it's really going to start damaging your puffer jacket over time. If you have done that in the past, you may see that the down starts to get damaged over time. What I would do instead is just store it with the first fold that I showed you, just like that. You could also put it inside some type of garment bag or inside a box. That's what I do with mine. I put them in a box and I store them. I have a small space, so I store them under the bed. But if you have a storage room or like other places that are quite effective, it's like at the back of your closet that you're not using. That way they're not like in the way for you, but you still have them accessible should you need them. Actually, that's a quite good point to talk a little bit about. When the seasons are starting to change. So now we're going into winter, right? So you don't necessarily need to keep them super accessible, but what would be good is that you keep them slightly accessible. So for example, if you have an entryway with a closet, you could place it like in the back there, or you could keep them hanging like kind of inconvenient. And as the season gets colder and colder, you bring it to the front so that it's easily accessible to you throughout the winter. And same thing when it starts to get like hotter in the weather, don't just put it away straight away. I burned myself on this one quite a few times, or actually I've frozen myself on it quite a few times, because sometimes you get like you have really nice hot weather for a couple of days or weeks, and then suddenly you get like bang, cold for a couple of days, and you packed it all away, so you're too lazy to bring it back out. So what I found out is that it's actually more easy to just put them kind of inconveniently in my main like clothing storage or outerwear storage area, so that I still have like kind of easy access to it without having to like start unstoring it again. And then of course, once it gets hot in the weather, then you can put them into long-term storage in a container or something. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Definitely give it a thumbs up if you found it useful. I'm gonna do a video on how to make sweaters organized, like winter sweaters, thick sweaters organized as well. You can tap here to check that out next. It's gonna have a little bit different information because sweaters we're gonna store in our actual wardrobe, not in like the entryway. So definitely check that out, and I'll see you over there. Peace.